So now you understand the view already. Let us try to link this view to the measures, and then later, if you want to fix the measure or fix anything, then you know where to do, how to do it and where to find them. Okay, so the first thing, if you click on the measure here, you can see there are three tables. The first one is the measure table. So if I uh, this is actually one measure only, which is the master formatted. Okay, so if you want to display the formatted number, like with the buckets for the negatives and the percentage, and then you need this formula, master form M2 here. The M1 is just for this view, the overall view here. So this one done. The second one is the full name here for this cell GOGS, and then everything, and then the tag here, which is for the blocks, so standard block, and then LTM block, last period, and then same period last year. So it just the three. So done with this left scales. uh, okay, so the last one would be the this one. Also one column here for the top scale, so the need time here. So you can have the need time for the month. uh, it takes a while to compute the LTM. Okay, so for the month, and then for the quarter, and then for the year. So they are the same thing, but um, the same column, but then they have different scale. Okay, so that's the view. Okay, let us recap this one for the three. So for the left scale here, we have two columns, the tag column, and then the full name, full account names column for the left. For the top column, we have only one account time column, and then for the measure in here, we have one measure in for the whole big table. Okay, so done with the columns. uh, this one come from here, the slicer come from here to select match or the other. This slicer come from here to select the different time scales, and this come from the COA account to select different group of accounts. So in this case, we select the standard group, the last 12 months, the last periods, and then the same period last year. And the rest we will work in the other projects. Okay. This one come from this raw view here, and then the measure, they are the raw measures to check against the source. So whenever you want to tie those numbers, the number in this database against other sources like AFS and then management accounts, then you have to use this view, and then everybody else will depends on this. Okay. So that's the level two of this this project. And then the level one will be to understand the overall view. Level two will be to understand the component, the columns, and the measures in this case. So now we go to the level three, which is uh, to understand the measures and then everything else inside. Okay, so for the first one, which is the COA, let me switch to the COA here. I think this one is not so much to talk about. It's just the list of the accounts and then grouped by the different groups, and then you have different format, percentage, and then absolute values. So not so much to talk about. Uh, The second one would be the time scale. So in this case, we have three scales. So if you select all the years, combine in the same account. So if you select the year only, then you have 3 years. and you have the total fiscal total here as well. So you can see the sale in FY25, sale in FY24. If you want to make it easier to read, you just put on the comma and then reduce the number of decimal places, and then it will be easier for you to read. Okay, so this COGS, I can do the same thing. Now, if you go to the second scale, which is a quarter, then you also see the list of quarter here, and then the sale for the quarter as well, and then the month, which is the, oh, in this case we have 12 quarters, and then for month we will have 36 months in total. Okay, so that's how it works in this view. So the purpose of this is to combine all the three scales, month, quarters, and then years together, so that you can reduce your mm, formula. So you don't have to write the monthly formula in one set, and then quarters in the other set, and then the fiscal in the other set. So it will be like not very consistent. It's just because of your different time scale. So I propose to combine the three scale together. But if you have other solution, you can comment on the video as well. So the last one would be the measures for in this case, and then I will go to the I won't explain this format because this is very simple. It's just to call the format on the master, which is this one. So there's not much to explain. But then I will go to this master, and then this one is actually the master, very complicated master, but then the rules are very simple. When you understand one block on top here, and the rest, it just, they are the same thing. It's just to change the name of the account only, so they are the same thing. So this one is very straightforward. So if you select the account in here, which is sale, then I just use the sale current year here. So if you open this view, you can see the current year here, which is this is the logic of the current year. So if I switch, if the time scale is everything will be the sales. You use a sale here, V1 sale here, but then if the sale, it's if the time scale is year, and then I will match the FY to the selected year. If the month, then I will match the time YMBY to the selected scale here, and then that's similarly with the quarter. Okay, so that's how the logic work. Going back to the master here again. So the last year is also the same, so you can see the same logic. But then if you have the current year and the last year, you divide you minus the current year to the last year and divide by the last year, then you have the year on year the growth rate of the two consecutive periods. So you do the same thing with the period last year. It's just the only difference is I use the sale of the last year, and then this case I use the sale of the same periods last year. So that's the only difference between those two. And then if you see in here, this is the sale of the current year, and then this is the sale of the last year. So let me put it let me click it on the tool, and then you can, okay, clicking is not a good option for me. So let me copy this one to here, and then I will delete later. uh, and and then and then I will uh, compare them like for like. Okay, so there you go. So in this case, you can see uh, the only difference is for the last year I use FY1. This one is the current year, and this one is last year. So there's the same time scale, it's just a different column, and then the logic is the same. This part and this part is the same. There's no function for the DAX, no way to design the function index for now. So we have the only way to reuse the logic is just to copy the function over. So in other languages like Java or C++, you can just put this one into the function and you share the function across the expression, and then you can reuse the function. In this case, you cannot reuse, you can have to copy. Okay. So the same with the sale of the same periods last year. So this is the sale of the last year. Focus on this one, and then this is the sale of the same period last year. So you can see the changes in here. Okay. So that's the same logic. So they are very there are like a lot of them, but then they're very similar in the logic. So if you understand one of them, then the rest will be not very difficult. You don't have to understand all of them. Just one of them only should be enough. Okay, so the last 12 months they have the different logic. You have to compute the last 12 months in this logic. Okay, so you need the month one for the first month in the last 12 month, and then the month two, which is the current month, or the last month in the last 12 month, and then you filter only the month between month one and month two, and then you you sum the revenue together, and then you have the last 12 month. Okay, so just the logic for the last 12 month. This one is has a very special design for this view, which is to use the total sale here in the time scale. So in the time scale like this, I have the total sale for everybody. So if you uh, select the year, you will see the fiscal total of sale in here, and then the COGS in here, the volume in here, and then this one is just the minus of the two, this one minus this one, and I get the GP. So it's the same. Okay, so hold on. This one I have to change the logic of the sale to minus already, because this one I recognize the COGS in positive number, and then I have to minus in order to make sure that it works. Okay, so after this, and then uh, you can go to the master again, and then you see if I divide the sale uh, of the current period, it can be a current month, a current year, or the current quarter, to the overall sale, then I will have the sale contribution. Same logic with the COGS, and then GP, uh, GPM, we don't have the concept. Price, we don't have the concept. Volume is the same thing. Okay, so the same logic. So after you understand the sale already, you move to the COGS and the volume, well, which is like the same thing. It just replace everything here sale, you replace with the volume and with the COGS. Okay, so this one is not very complicated exercise, but then it's extremely difficult to make it right, because you might copy from here to here, and then you might uh, make mistake after the copy. You forget to replace the COGS and everything. So it is very difficult to make it right. But the logic itself is not very complicated logic. Okay, so make sure everything is here is volume. make sure everything here is a GP. Actually, I have to make it A1, A2, A3 here, just to make it right. So the naming convention actually make it to try to prevent mistakes by just like replacing and then forget to change the names here and there. So I have to use this one. I have to A1, A2, C1, C2 to avoid mistakes. Okay. So that's all about it. So the whole view here, it looks very complicated, but it based on the two things. The first thing is the um, triadic time scale. So we combine the three scale together. And the second thing is the master formula, which is here to match the COA accounts to uh, the current year, last year formula in each in each of the accounts in here. Okay. So the COAs, I assume that the COAs is the very simple in this project already because we have the same concept in the previous projects. So COA is just like the chart of accounts, and we map each account here, sale for the DAX formula in here. So for example, if you select the sale line, then I match to the V1 and then COGS V2 and so on. So this one is very trivial for you after you join like one or two projects. But the only difference between this master and this master is the time scale. So in here you have only four accounts uh, for six accounts, but then in here you have a lot of accounts already, and because of the comparison between the current year and last year, and then the last 12 months, and then you from the very simple master expression here, it becomes like this.